Hi, Kaya here. I've been sharing a little snippet, a little message from many different goddesses. And when we say goddesses, we mean the archetypal energies that live within you. Whether they are fully expressed, well, they're probably not fully expressed because we can always go deeper, always go further, but whether they're an aspect of you that you haven't really been allowing to rise, or whether they're an aspect that you've been really strong in, these goddesses, these archetypes within you are here to help you to be more of the whole, empowered, connected mother that you're capable of being, that you truly are. So they're here in the Heart Diary, which is in the Magical Mama Manifesting System. And the goddess I want to bring to you today is Artemis. And you've possibly heard of Artemis. She is, I'm pretty sure she's, I just realized I forgot where she's from. I'm pretty sure she's a Greek goddess. Just double checking before I say that. Yes, she's Greek. And she's often holding this bow and arrow, and she's very much like about self-worth. Like, I matter and I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to be my own person. And we're bringing her to mothers, to you, because so many mothers discount our needs and our boundaries and our desires and our wants. And like, to the point where I remember when my children were younger, I had so conditioned my needs being a thing out of me to the point where my needs would rise and it would be like, I really need this, I matter. And then I'd convince myself that actually, yeah, they don't really matter. Like, it's that will take away from my children. And actually, I just coached one of our clients, and it came up that she has a strong belief. It's a very old belief, and I can relate to it. So many of us would have it, that if we bring our needs out, it will take away from others. Particularly, it will take away from our children or our partner. And that's not true. You need to bring your needs to the table, and your needs need to be just as spoken about, just as important as everybody else's needs, in order for a whole, harmonious, connected experience of family life. Like, your needs are so important. Your needs are so valid. So Artemis is here to remind you of that. And the very first little step of that is getting to know your feelings and your needs, because they're valid. Getting to know them and then actually having empathy for yourself in them. Like, yes, this feeling's valid. Yes, this need's valid. It's worthy to have space, to have a voice in this situation. It doesn't take away from anybody else. So practice that. And we actually, I don't want to send you like in too many directions, but we also have a free, the conflict to connection system that has, I was taking our client through it just before and remembering how powerful it is. It helps you to just look at all these different feelings and all these different needs, so you can tune in to what you're feeling, what you're needing, and that can be something you have so much more vocabulary and connection around, because we've been shut off from it. We've been shut off from even knowing what we're feeling and needing. And Artemis is here to tell you that your needs are so important and your boundaries are important. It is really okay to set boundaries and say no. Artemis is very much here to remind you that a big part of conscious parenting is saying no, and is setting your current lines in the sand and honoring yourself. So I give you permission, Artemis gives you permission, connect with your needs and honor them. That was a really big experience for me in my parenting journey. I started off like with all of my core values around parenting, and they still are, they haven't gone, but they've just become stronger and more clear and more whole. But they were all around unconditionally loving my children and I just want to give the best I can give to them. And in the process of that being all I was focusing on, I lost myself in it, and I didn't really know my own needs, and I convinced myself that my needs were important. And then alongside that, because I'm human and humans have needs, I would lose it, and I would not be the unconditionally loving parent that I wanted to be, because my needs matter, and my needs have to be, like, they'll come out in whatever way they can come out if I ignore them. So they'd come out in me like becoming a crazy, stressed out, manic mother who feels like she doesn't matter and needs to matter. So when I started also prioritizing my needs and also prioritizing this energy that was coming up in me around like no shit taking, like I'm not going to be taken advantage of, I'm not going to be lost in this whole experience of motherhood, the more I brought that in, the more well-rounded my parenting became, and also the more whole my children are and the more connected I am to them. Like, it actually really, really serves them for us to claim our boundaries and our needs. So that's Artemis's message for you. I'm going to read her affirmation, and as I read it, breathe the energy of it into your body. Just realized I don't have it up. It's not coming up yet. Here it is. Okay. So Artemis, actually you say this. This is you saying it to yourself. This is her message for you. I will no longer abandon myself. I claim my boundaries as sacred and healthy, not just for me, but for all my relationships. From this moment forward, I honor and respect myself and my needs. My care of myself is my divine right and is sacred. It allows me to expand and step into my wholeness and power. It allows me to give and love deeply from a place of overflow. I stand for myself in love and light. And so it is. So if you're ready to just fully step into your power so that you become that powerful and loving mother that you are, and you really want to like step into so much more of your divine power, so much more of your essence, and really experience that sense of freedom that can come with that in motherhood and in your life in general, Lisa and I are opening some spaces for free one-off goddess reawakening sessions. And we go really deep. It's healing and transformational, but also very fun and expansive. And we're opening up spaces in our calendar. So if you're someone who feels the yes to that, feels ready for that, this is work that we do with mothers all around the world to really step into your truth, into your power, and we'd be honored to share it with you. And I've put the booking form above. If you feel that yes, then go for it. Fill the booking form out, because this is a profound gift you can give to yourself and your children. And we'd love to support you on that journey. Okay, so much love to you. Bye-bye.